So I've been thinking about what it means to be a guitarist or a guitar player or somebody who has a guitar. Is there a difference between all that? Does it matter what we call ourselves? So something I hear quite a bit is musicians, particularly guitar players, looking at people in other bands or other guitarists and saying, oh, they're not a real guitarist, or that's not a real band. And this mainly gets put towards, say, like covers bands or people that are doing things which they don't really perceive to be real guitaring. And that term seems to be different for lots of people. Some people might say that, real guitaring is like your Clapton, your Jimmy Page, Jimi Hendrix, Jeff Beck, that kind of stuff. And not real guitaring sometimes tends to be, I don't know, whatever just people don't like. This idea of being a real guitarist kind of tends to be based upon outcomes or levels of success. So are somebody playing in a band? Have they released music which has been in the charts? Are they famous? Have you heard of them? Are they playing every night, earning money? Money seems to be what it's about. And if you're not doing those things, then it's almost just like that you have a hobby and that you should really have given it up by now. And well, why haven't you given it up by now? You're still playing guitar? That's things that I've heard being said to myself, and it's kind of made me think, what? I'm always going to play guitar. I'm a guitarist. I own that. I am that. In my life, I've played in many different bands, played lots of gigs. I've recorded music. I've had music played on the radio. I've played festivals. I've played for other people. I've done shows. I've done teaching. I was a teacher for a long time. I run musical expression things. Lots of stuff like that. Currently, I'm not really playing in a band and haven't played a gig for about a year. So does that mean I'm less of a guitarist than I was a year or 2 years ago? Have I fallen into that category of I'm not a real guitarist? Is that even important? It's not important to me, but some people will try and put us guitarists into boxes based on what they perceive a guitarist to be. And for a lot of people, a guitarist is somebody who is famous and is somebody who is making money, lots of money, from guitar. And if you're not, it's just a hobby. And are you still even doing that? Why are you still doing that? You should give that up, right? They don't seem to understand that the reason we play guitar is for the connection we have with the instrument and an ability to express ourselves on the instrument. That's actually what it's about. It's not about levels of success, about whether or not you are in a band, whether or not you just play at home, whether or not you don't really play that much. You just love having a guitar and picking it up every now and then, and you feel good to play it. We feel good when we play guitar, and we have an ability to express ourselves when we play guitar. That's the goal. If you're watching this, you're a guitarist, yeah? And if you're doing that, you are a guitarist. End of. There's no real guitar, fake guitar, guitar player, guitarist, used to be a guitarist, likes just to strum around on one. You're a guitarist. So does this matter? And well, I think it kind of does, because I think that when we begin to entertain these ideas that there is such a thing as a real guitarist and not a real guitarist, then we kind of limit the opportunities that we have to progress on the instrument and to find new depths of expression on it, because we're kind of sometimes too focused on trying to prove that I don't want to be famous, that we kind of limit and we talk ourselves down. So when people say, oh, do you play guitar? Rather than saying, yeah, I love playing guitar, we kind of say, oh no, well, I've got one, but I don't really play it, because we're embarrassed that people might think that, hey, you just want to be famous, don't you? Why don't you go on that TV show and you can be famous? And if you don't, then well, why are you still playing guitar? Haven't you given it up yet? You know, it goes back to that. So we talk down our connection with the guitar rather than really owning that and thinking, yeah, I am a guitarist. I love playing the guitar. So have a think about how you describe yourself to other people when you talk about guitar. Do you say you're a guitarist? Do you say you have a guitar? Do you say you collect guitars? Because we kind of do, don't we? And check that you're not putting this kind of level of judgment onto other people and saying, they're not a real guitarist, or that's not a real band, or that's just a cover band, or yeah, but they never played a gig. That's just a social media guitarist or whatever. We're all guitarists, and there's enough hate out there without guitarists putting hate and judgment onto other guitarists. So is this a thing? I don't know. You know, what do you call yourself? Are you a guitarist? Do you have any comments or stories about things you've heard about real guitarists? Have you ever been called not a real guitarist? Have you been called a real guitarist? Or are you one of these mythical real guitarists? If you are a real guitarist, please get in touch and let me know. What's it like? So yeah, the usual social media stuff, like, follow, and I shall see you again. Take care.